Option Addict from optionaddict.net. Yes, new domain change over the weekend, got a new site up and running. Still working on some bugs, so I hope you all will continue to be patient with me. The site should be a lot more dynamic than what we were used to. Today being Tuesday, October 30th, 2007, and this is my good old weekly watch list. So I'm going to start off with a couple of price patterns this week, and a lot of them are carryovers, and you know what, I didn't find a whole lot this week as far as new price patterns. So I'm going to start with good old Amerisource Bergen, ticker symbol ABC. Still got a descending triangle that looks like it's forming a lower high here, so keep an eye out on this one. Next I'm going over to EEP, Enbridge Energy Partners, and today is a beautiful confirmation of a trend reversal here in a good old inverted head and shoulders bottom. You can see here, shoulder, head, shoulder, breakout. That's money. Next I'm going to AutoZone, and last time I could not seem to catch this one right for a put option when it was rolling over, but I'm watching this to confirm another bullish reversal pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder, waiting for that breakout, so keep an eye on it as it develops. I'm also looking at Staples, SPLS, and what I see going on here is a higher low, but yet still some lower highs. Nice triangular formation going on down here. So maybe this might be a sign of a potential reversal here in Staples. Keep an eye on it. Next I'm going to FIC, which is kind of an early setup here. I'm watching this form as kind of a bear flag. Like I said, still a little bit early. We'll let this consolidate sideways for a little bit, and as soon as it breaks down to the downside, should offer pretty good downside movement. Next is Limited Brands, ticker symbol LTD, descending triangle here, hasn't confirmed yet. As always, wait for the break of support on a descending triangle to confirm a continuation in trend. Next I'm looking at ticker symbol VOCS. And I got into this one yesterday. It really didn't travel sideways a whole lot, but I was watching maybe as a potential continuation. It's off and running today, so maybe at this point you wait for a pullback, or if you still like the potential upside and you like the risk, you take it down. I'm also going to look at ATU. We talked about cup and handles a little while back, and this one is just a hair away from confirming. And next I'm going to WSO, and I'm watching another bear flag formation going on here. So I'm going to look at a couple support bounces here that I've been watching, mainly starting off with TNC, Tenet Corporation. You can see a beautiful little bounce off support here. Looks like it makes pretty good moves when it goes. Next I'm going to CHA. And I'm just looking at a dip here in China Telecom. Obviously strong stock, looking to get some China exposure. I hope you are. But looking at a pretty strong dip here, so watch it as it consolidates around support for an entry. Next is MYGN. And same thing here, good looking bounce off of support. I'm going to go over to Buffalo Wild Wings. I actually like this idea here, looking for some exposure in the food sector. And we got a pretty good bounce here. It's pulled back a little bit today off of its highs, but that's okay. Get it as close to support as you possibly can. Also in food, I'm going at Whole Foods Market here, looking at this nice bounce. We caught this last little run up from the last time it broke out. You can see I'm drawing right here, right in this ballpark here. We caught a pretty nice ride. Now it might be giving us a second entry point. Next I'm looking at Stryker, SYK. Like the support bounce here, it's pretty close to support. Also Bucy, BUCY, after a nice breakout, it's settling back down at 80, which was an old high. Let's see if I can't catch some here. CLF, which has been very, very strong as of late. You got a really good looking dip here on support. You might want to take advantage of that. PCU, copper exposure, still looking good here. Nice bounce. It's been a couple days since that point, but yeah, it looks like it's getting ready to surpass its prior high, so there's some pretty good strength going on here. Next is C-Trip. If you missed my idea from I think last week or so, right now it broke out and it's pulling right back to that breakout point, which love those because those offer limited risk. ILMN is next, and we're right down here at support, which is where I like to catch them, so keep an eye on that one. EXM, which doesn't really dip a whole lot. You know, water transport has gone just absolutely mad. Some of these stocks are getting too expensive, and dry ships, for example, has implied volatility that's just off the charts. You know, I like the idea of Navios Maritime, and if you look at this here, it's trading right at around 20 bucks a share. It's a really good value play because these other competitors are getting so expensive. I think you might see some money slip off into this guy here. So watch it. Some bearish ideas. NIHD had a significant gap down and it tried to rally a little bit. Looks like it's getting ready to roll over. I love this idea for a bearish option. Looking at some put plays here, you can see it's struggling to get back past some of these prior lows from earlier on in the year. Amlin, ticker symbol AMLN. I like this idea too. It's coming off of old support, using it as new resistance and rolling over. So this is the early start of what could be a pretty good downtrend. Next is MTB. Same thing. You can see old support acting as new resistance. Looks like it's getting ready to roll back over. STI, which you may remember from a while back, SunTrust Banks, same thing. It's getting another dip action here you can play. MER, Mother Merrill, looks like it's coming off of old support as new resistance, so watch it around the 67.5 level. SVU, there it is, making a lower high. Get ready to catch that. GLYT, now recently the stock has just gone nuts, right back up to about 65 or so, but I want to see it hesitate right here at old resistance, potentially turn down from it. If that happens, I think this will easily test its prior low, no problem, which leaves some pretty good price action to be taken here. AVTR, you've heard me talk about this for weeks and weeks. Looking good to buy a put on. Next is AYI. Same thing. Nice little rally here. We want these stocks to rally. We want to catch them as soon as they get kind of faded out. We'll catch them right here at an old support level, has new resistance, and short it. SPN, same thing, coming right up to this nice little trend line here, looking to see this one roll over also. WNR, same thing. PAYX, same thing. Under Armour, been some controversy over this one, but looks like it's paying off. MW, some weak retail. Get ready to get some puts on this guy also. Zoomies, my broadening formation that people were freaking out about and whatnot, finally confirming today. So as always, you don't trade a price pattern until it confirms, and today's the first day that it is confirming. So as long as it stays below this level at the close, this is where you want to get in on some puts. If not, if you don't get it, don't trade it. MDC, I still love this idea. Downward trending stock coming off of resistance. Still looks good to me. And last but not least, THQI. There you go. So a couple of breakouts that I'm watching, both bullish and bearish. I got to run really fast. I'm watching SPW, obviously getting right up close to 95. Casinos, LVS, you can see it's just getting ready to go. And WIN, which is kind of the leading indicator here, it's already gone. Next, APD, consolidating up there at its highs. YZC, love this stock, watching for another breakout. RCI, which has attempted and failed, and give it a chance here to close above 50 and you're golden. CNQR, looks like it wants to pass its old high. Normally it'll consolidate kind of like it did back here. That's okay, let it. When it finally does, if you're trading this, it's a great point to add. Next, CNH, that's breaking out today. BEAV, the BEAV is moving today, it's breaking out. FMCN, ooh, getting close. And a couple bearish ideas. I'm watching NC right as it gets down towards support. You can see it's getting ready to break that 100 level. EQ, you can see it's getting right around its prior low. And last but not least, JLL, getting close to breaking support also. So that's my watch list for this week, folks. Very, very flattered that you stopped by to watch. I'm working on some bugs on the site, so make sure you are patient with me. It's going to be dynamic. You're going to love it once I get it up and running. But as always, I appreciate you stopping by the old weekly watch list. And again, thanks for watching.